Okay, so welcome everyone to our first set of virtual open events. So you're here today for the Public and Uniformed Services event. So as I've said before, your camera and your microphone will be switched off, so we can't see you, no one else can see you either, but you can see myself and Chris throughout the session. And if you've got any questions, you can use the chat facility in the bottom right to ask us any questions. Okay, so just to let you know that applications are still open, so if you haven't applied yet, you can still do so through our website. So it's our sthelens.ac.uk/apply. If you have applied but you haven't had an interview yet, just to let you know that staff are making calls all through this week, so make sure that if you are getting a call off an unrecognised number or a withheld number, do make sure you answer it. It's more than likely going to be us, just to go through a little advice and guidance before we give you a conditional offer. Okay, so you might have already decided on what you want to do for September, but if you're considering another area, it's not too late to change your mind. I just wanted to highlight the offer that we do have at St Helens College. So it's quite a wide offer. You just need to make one of us aware so we can point you in the right direction and give you all the guidance that you need. So just a couple of the benefits of studying at St Helens College and being a student with us. So every student gets a free breakfast in the morning, and that's if you're in before 8:45. So lessons do start at 9, and we do ask that you're in class well before that, so 10 minutes before, and the canteen do stop serving at 10 to 9 just to make sure you get time to get to your lessons on time. Every student aged 16 to 18 will also receive free travel, so whether that's access to our free college bus service or a free Arriva bus pass. We also give you Microsoft Office 365, and that's to download on your computers at home. So that's to help with things like your projects and your coursework. So as a given, once you enrol at college, you will become a student. So you're entitled to get student discounts, and you can apply for an NUS card, which I think is about £12 for the year, but it gives you discounts on things like Nando's and the Odeon. It's definitely worth applying for. And then depending on your individual circumstances, you could also be entitled to bursaries to help with free college lunches, assistance to buy uniforms or equipment, and things like trips and visits that you go on as part of your course as well. So you can get funds to help with that. And then we do have a dedicated safeguarding and wellbeing team, and they're there to help you with anything that you're worried about in college. So if you have any sort of mental health issues, if you're just having a bad day and need someone to talk to, that team are always on hand and on site to help with any of your needs. We also do have a learner support team. So if you have any sort of learning difficulty or disability and you need some assistance putting in place for your learning, the sooner we know about that, the sooner we can put those plans in place to help you. And then just finally, before I pass over to Chris, just wanted to make sure that you're all following us on social media, especially in this current climate. This is where we're posting most of our information and updates, so do make sure you are following us to keep up to date with the latest goings on at college. And if you have got any questions around your application to college, the email address on the bottom there, admissions@sthelens.ac.uk, just drop us an email and we'll do our best to answer any questions that you've got around your application to college. Okay, so stop sharing my screen now. So I've got a few more people just popped in there, so just so you know, your camera and your microphone will be switched off so no one can see you, but you can communicate to us via the chat facility in the bottom of your screen. So over to you, Chris. I'll just be in the background if you need me for anything. Oh, there you go, you're on.
Yeah, all right. Okay, my name's Chris. I'm a public services lecturer at St Helens College. Just a quick introduction. I run the level 1 and level 2 programs at the college. And obviously we've got a couple of other tutors who teach on the program as well, called Grant and Kelvin, who teach on the level 3 areas. The courses we offer are a level 1 diploma for entry to uniform services, straight through to level 2 and level 3. As you can see, we've got 2 different level 3s. The level 3 diploma into entry to uniform services is the one that if you're interested in going into the Army, Navy, Royal Marines, etc., The new one that we're offering this year is the Level 3 Uniform Protective Services, which is more focused towards people who are looking at going to university, looking at going into the police, fire service, etc. Now, with the entry requirements for the Level 1, it is 2 grades at grade 2. For the Level 2, it's 3 grades at level 3, and then for the Level 3s, they differ. Now, with the diploma, you can either have maths or English or both, but you must have four GCSEs at 4 and above, but maths or English in either of them. For the Level 3 Uniform Protective Services, you need to have both maths and English at level 4, plus another 2 GCSEs at level 4 as well. Okay. So public services is a little bit different to what we run, like other courses run at the college, because what we're aiming to do is get you ready for the uniform services. So there's certain things that we need to instill in you. Hopefully you've already got these but we want to try and put these into you. The first one we talk about, and it's paramount, is the attendance. Now, attendance, we have a college wide at 95%, but we try and aim at or above 98%, that you're attending all sessions, whether that be physical fitness, or whether that be classroom sessions, or whether that be maths and English as well, if you need to top up, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. The other thing that we're massive on is discipline. When we talk about discipline, it's called self-discipline. So we're looking at being on time, being prepared for lessons, not messing about in college, just generally you sorting your own self-discipline out. We look at timekeeping and communication, 2 massive parts. Most of all units from level 1 to level 3 will touch massively on communication, whether that be in units or whether that be for sports, in fitness sessions, etc. Because communication in all forms of public services are massive. With the discipline and the attendance side of it, we are really strict. We expect you to be 5 minutes before each class. Obviously, we're preparing you for the uniform services. We're not here to, get you ready for anything else. We're here because we don't want you to go to basic training where you're going to fall down a little bit if you can't be on time and you haven't got that basic discipline in you. So we are really strict when it comes to discipline, attendance, timekeeping, and communication. They're the 4 fundamentals that we look out for. Okay. So on your course, it doesn't matter what level you're doing, you'll cover a basic array of different units. Stuff that will definitely touch on all units is teamwork. Again, teamwork in uniform services is massive. Depending on the level, depends on the level of teamwork that you do. For instance, if you go on to level 1, you'll do basic teamwork. Level 2, you'll lead a teamwork session, and on level 3, it's leadership. So we're looking at your leadership styles, etc. Fitness is absolutely massive on public services. You'll have very practical courses. Doesn't matter if you're doing level 1 to level 3. Again, like I said, you'll definitely have a gym session a week. You'll definitely have a boot camp style circuit in the sports hall once a week, and you'll definitely have a practical sports session as well. We also look at the entry requirements for each services, which are really important. So on all levels, you'll know exactly what you need to do and what you need to achieve before you go into them services. Whether that be 12-week basic training in the Navy, for instance, what you'll be doing down for your 12-week basics, okay, and what you need to be passing before you even get to basic, whether that be your mile and half runs on the treadmill or your psychometric testing. We touch health and safety, equality and diversity also on all units. Each level as well, we do adventurous activities. As you can see, these are photos that were taken this year. So we all went on the NCS program this year where we did a week away, completing outdoor ed units. We won't be doing NCS this year. We'll be looking at doing kayaking, canoeing, abseiling, and rock climbing at some point throughout the year. As the levels go, we do stuff like crime scene investigation, which is more linked to people who are looking at going into the police force as well. Okay, so as you can see, there's a variety of units that you're going to cover for each level. So what do we get up to in a year? So we have plenty of trips and visits and guest speakers. On the first day last year, we had the fire service, the Royal Marines, the Navy, the Army, the police, the border force, the fire service, all come in on the first day of college last year. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how it's going to work this year due to what's going on, but last year, students on the first day of college got to interact with every single service that is out there. to get a good broad feeling of what's going on in these services and what the entry requirements are, because they do change on a regular basis. Throughout the year, we'll have the British Army in, we'll have the Royal Marines in, we'll have the Royal Navy, and we'll have the Royal Air Force in, as well as the police, the fire brigade, and the border force coming in. For certain units, for instance, your teamwork units, the British Army will deliver them, which is not bad. It's okay us standing there and talking you through what's expected, but when you've actually got serving soldiers in there, or you've got actually acting police officers in there, there's nothing better to get you motivated into going towards that career. We'll try and plan as many trips as possible. Again, hopefully things will change with where we can go, but we have done stuff like courts, prisons. We have multiple trips to different uniformed services bases down at Catterick, etc. We'll go down to outdoor education centres, and when I put beaches there, that's not a day out on the beach playing volleyball. That's where we go down, and when it's getting a little bit cold, a little bit windy, we'll go and go do a beach circuit. We'll go and play in the water a little bit, and we'll go and do some sand dune running as well. Okay. So with your timetables, okay, your timetables will be for 16 hours a week on all courses straight through. Now, depending if you get your English and Maths, like I talked about before, if you haven't got your English and Maths, you have to sit English and Maths as part of your full timetable. Now, that'll be integrated into your timetable. So that'll be 2 lessons a week on either English and Maths. If you need to resit both, again, that's 4 lessons a week for your English and Maths. Your timetable will consist of practical sports and classroom-based lessons. Okay. When I say 16 hours a week, this year, for instance, on the level 3, they had 2 days off. So people can use that to go to the library, crack on with work, do their own personal fitness, or even get a part-time job. All right. With the facilities that we've got 2 gyms at the college that we use for fitness testing. We've also got a sports hall that's available, and obviously we talked about, once you've done the virtual tours, you'll see that we've got like the library, etc., the canteen. Like I said, my name's Chris. I run the level 1. As you can see, if you've got pen and paper or you've got your phone there, just make a little note of these contacts. If you've got any extra questions that might slip over the summer, you're more than welcome to contact us directly as tutors. Like I say, my name's Chris, and I run the level 1 and level 2. You can see my email there. Okay, and then obviously you've got Grant Williams, who's ex-PT for the Navy. He runs the level 3 in the extended diploma, which is a 2-year program, and then the BTEC level 3 diploma in protective services, which is new this year. Kelvin Gardner is going to be running that. Again, the level 3s are both 2-year programs, and they both carry enough UCAS points to go to university. Now, all units and all levels are marked pass merit distinction as well. I didn't touch on that. So depending on how you achieve throughout the year, for instance, if you hit distinctions all for the year, you'll hit maximum UCAS points for going to choosing what university you go to. So that's something you need to bear in mind as you're going through it. There we go.
Real. So we've not had any questions pop through yet, so we'll just give everyone a couple of seconds just to type in any questions that they want to using the chat option on the bottom right. So just so you guys know as well, if you do have any questions that you think of after this event, if you didn't manage to take down those details, you will get an email the end of this week just thanking you for attending one of the sessions, and if you've got any questions, there'll be an email address on there as well, and we'll make sure it gets to the right people to answer those questions for you. Okay, so we'll just give you a couple of seconds, and if there's no questions that pop through, I'll end the session there. It was really good, that, Chris. I didn't realise you went on so many trips. Really interesting stuff as well.
Yeah, we've had a busy year. Unfortunately, it was cut short, but
yeah,
we've missed out on the last little bits of a little outdoor end. But we've managed to we climbed Mount Famu, Mo-Famu. You know what I mean? We've done archery. We've done the brickworks. We've done loads this year. We've had quite an active year, and that's one of the things about this course. It's really, really active.
Yeah, it does.
Forces is active, obviously.
Okay, so we've not got any questions come through, so I will end the session there. So as I said before, you will get an email, guys. Just if you think of anything else that you want to ask, you can just drop us an email. All right, thank you everyone for attending, and thanks, Chris.
Yes, thank you.